It's been 4 months since I bought the Cosmic Orange iPhone 17 Pro, and this thing has held up a lot better than I expected. The battery's been solid. It's mostly survived a few drops. We'll get into that. And it still looks pretty incredible overall. First up, let's talk about the durability. I have dropped this 3 times and we will get into that, but let's start with the color. It is still Cosmic Orange. It still looks amazing. I know when the iPhone first came out, the Cosmic Orange had this like worry to it, and people posted where it turned pink or salmon or whatever color you want to call it. I've not had that issue at all. I know multiple people that have the Cosmic Orange, and none of them seem to have that problem. So I'm guessing that was possibly fake, or they did something to it to mess it up. The screen itself, I do have a screen protector on it now, but I did use it for the first month or so with no screen protector, and I never got a scratch on my iPhone. It has held up really well. I went with the Flow Lab screen protector. It's nice, it's flush, it has a curved edge, which I really like. They're not a sponsor, but I will put their link down below if you are interested in a really good screen protector for your iPhone. Now, as far as the body goes, we can go around and kind of look. I don't notice any scratches on this. I do usually have it in a case. On all 3 drops, I had it in different cases. I will talk about those as well. But if you look at the camera bump, you will notice it all is still orange. I don't really see any silver. There's a little bit of dust up here from the case. I took it off right before starting to film this. But other than that, it still looks really good. There is a blemish from one of the drops, but you probably will not notice it until I point it out. We'll take a look. There is the underside and then the top as well. All right, so let's talk about the drops. All 3 were accidental. I'm not one of those reviewers that drop their phone on purpose. I can't really afford to do that. Twice was in a Pataka case, which is a very thin material case. Both of those drops were about from waist high. No issues. I didn't notice anything. I am not sure when the damage happened. It could have happened in one of those, or it could have happened in the 3rd drop. The 3rd drop was probably about 4 feet, maybe even closer to 4.5. And my son knocked my phone out of my hands, and it was in this case. So this is the Phone Rebel case. This is one of my favorite go-to cases, but the issue is it leaves the sides exposed. Now there is a lip over the top, which should give you that lay on the table design and protect you from falls. But of course, you know, it does leave everything exposed. So after that drop where my son knocked the phone out of my hands, that's when I noticed the dent. And we'll go ahead and I'm just gonna zoom in to try to get it as good as possible for you. And I mean, this thing is really, really hard to see. I don't even know if you can see it for the most part. It's right here, kind of towards the bottom, right above the antenna line. It is very, very minimal. Let me get even closer for you so you can see it right here. So that is the little tiny dent that was caused. Now this happened before the screen protector was on as well, which probably didn't help it. If the screen protector was on, it may have protected it a little bit more. But you will notice with that is you don't see the silver. I've seen a lot of horror drops where the phone just completely shows the silver. I got very, very lucky with this. Like, it doesn't show any silver over the entire iPhone. Everything is still nice and orange. Even after all this time, there is just nothing on this phone. It looks so good and it looks brand new. I mean, if you didn't know that little dent was there, you probably wouldn't notice it at all. But even more than the durability, the battery has surprised me the most. And it's actually why I might be okay with the iPhone 18 being thicker. I don't know if you've heard that latest rumor, but there's talks about the 18 being even thicker than this one. And it's very interesting. It's something that Apple doesn't normally do. Now, the battery health on this device is still at 100%. It is still lasting all day, no problem. Like, this thing is just crazy. As far as the overheating goes, it's been mostly non existent. Like, you don't have any of those issues with the screen going darker because it's overheating. You will feel some heat up here when you're doing some kind of heavy processing for the iPhone, but it is crazy how quickly it can cool off as well. And it's all with that vapor chamber and how everything works on this thing. And the fact that it is aluminum now, that does help as well. And I'm not seeing any performance issues with this thing. This thing is insanely fast. And I will say, if you are liking this video, please hit that thumbs up button. It means the world and it helps out the channel more than you could ever know. Now back to the performance of this device, it's crazy. I've never seen an iPhone do what this can do. And it can keep apps in the backgrounds for it seems like days. Like, I don't know. It's just insane. Like, everything just launches so fast, whether it's in the background or not. And I feel like I can just open like an app once a day. And as soon as I open it, it's like ready to go. Like, it's already been running in the background all week with no issues. It is crazy just how fast this thing is. Of course, Face ID works flawlessly, better than ever before. And the cameras on this thing are just stupid good. Like, this is crazy how well you can take a picture. The fact that it has 8x zoom is insane. And then, of course, you can get super close and see the fabric of different things as well. The variety that this thing gives you and still gives you that crazy, flawless quality is just night and day from any iPhone before. Apple always focuses on the cameras, and people always give them like a hard time. It's like, oh yeah, the camera's better than ever. But it really is. Like, they really put a lot of work into these cameras, and they do an amazing job. The team that works on that, I'm like, mass props, because it is so good. And like I said, that 8x zoom, and then the fact that you can go even further than that is just crazy. Like, some of the stuff I've seen from other people, because I don't need more than 8x. I really don't even need 8x because most of the stuff I film is sports stuff with my kids, and usually 2x is more than enough. But the 4x looks great, and the 8x, it's kind of like a digital zoom. From what I understand, you have like a 48 megapixel sensor, but everything always shows up as 24, and it just kind of crops in to that sensor to get the 8x or something like that. But the fact that they all just fit in this design, which is nearly about the same size as what they've always been. I will say the Plateau, I really have gotten used to, and I really do like this more than just like the section and then nothing over here. I will say the flash, I'm with people on that. It does create shadows more than ever before. Hopefully Apple fixes that with the iPhone 18. But here's the thing I didn't expect with this thing. And it's the thickness. Like, this thing is thick. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, in my case, it resulted in a bad thing. But overall, like, obviously it is thicker because the battery is a lot bigger, and the way that they did it to give us more battery, that is amazing. I love the battery in this thing. And they did a great job with the design and keeping the weight down. I mean, obviously it is one of the heavier of the iPhones this year as well, but the aluminum feels so good in the hand. The curved, that all one sheet of aluminum with the glass back for the wireless charging and helping probably with heat as well. Obviously the aluminum, I guess, helps with the heat, but it's still thick. Like, it's still way thicker than phones before. And there is a rumor that Apple is going to make the next one even thicker. And the thing that just really bothers me is I had a favorite iPhone case the last couple years, and I bought it this year as well. Like, I wanted this thing. I wanted to really love this. I did spend my own money. Like, I do work with this company as well, but sometimes I just go ahead and I'm like, I really like this company. So I actually did buy this one myself, and it is the Nomad Magnetic Leather Back. And as you can see, it looks brand new almost on here. You can see a little bit of markings right there. But once I put this on this phone, it just feels even more thick, obviously, because it adds a decent amount of thickness, but it's never bothered me on any phone before until this one. Obviously, it's because this thing's already thick, and this is such a minimal case. I know people, it's not really a case, it's just a back plate, like, but it just doesn't feel right on this phone. And that bothers me so much because I love this thing. This has been my go-to case. Like, I got it in April, or I think it was April when I got it. They first announced it maybe in March of 2024, and it was for the 15, and I bought it and I loved it. And as soon as the 16 came out, I bought it and I loved it the whole year. Like, I wore that thing more than anything else the entire year. And then, of course, I got this one and I bought it and I didn't love it. Like, and that bothers me so much because I love this case. Now, I found some other cases that I do like, and it's not awful. It just doesn't feel as comfortable. And the only thing I can figure out for that reason is the thickness, because it's already a thicker phone to begin with, and it's just this minimal thickness that it just continues to add onto the iPhone, and it just feels off, and I just hate it. And I hate that I hate it. And if the iPhone 18 is going to be even thicker for more battery, that just means it's going to be even worse for that one. I gotta know, like, if the iPhone 18 is even thicker, but it does give you that more battery, are you okay with that? Let me know in the comments below, because I am curious. Like, at what point do we say, okay, it's thick enough, the battery's good enough, I don't want it to be any thicker? Or at some point, are we going to go thinner? I mean, we do have the Air, which is insanely thin. This thing is incredible, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see at what point does this not become the favorite anymore, or I guess I don't know if it is the favorite. I feel like it's been the favorite this year more than ever before, but at what thickness does that stop? But is the iPhone 17 Pro worth the upgrade? And I would say for most of you, probably yes. Obviously, if you have the 15 and the 16, I would hold out to the 18 at this point, because you're either going to get this one cheaper or you're going to get the 18, which will be even better. And of course, there's all the rumors about the Ultra or the folding phone and whether that's going to come out or not. But it's going to be interesting to see what Apple continues to do with this, because this is probably one of the biggest yearly iPhone upgrades that we've had in a really long time. I mean, if you think about it, we got a new-ish design. We have the Plateau now, a new material, new colors, better cameras. A lot of times that's all we get is like better cameras and maybe something with the screen. And this time there was a good amount of differences between this one and the 15. Like, they don't feel like the same phone at all. If you hold the 15 in the hand and then you hold this thing in the hand, it is a much different experience. And yes, the durability is questionable on this thing since it is aluminum. I think I've gotten lucky so far with the drops that I've had. Obviously, once again, cases are very important. They have helped. But 4 months later, and the iPhone 17 Pro still looks this good. I saw so many people regret buying the orange one. I still think it's the best iPhone 17 Pro you can get. It pops out like no other. People will notice this phone more than the silver or the blue. This iPhone looks so good, but I would love to know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. And if you're interested in some of my favorite cases for the iPhone 17 Pro, you can click right here. Thank you so much for watching. God bless.